Hi everyone, welcome to another Talking with Sal episode, and here I'm with my friend Lee from Designs. How are you, Lee?
Hey Sal. Hey everybody.
So for those of us who are just tuning in, you're usually a hardcore Barbie collector, but now you're transitioning to more FR. So would you please introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Lee. I have been collecting since 2017, I want to say.
Yeah.
I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I am in my 30s. But I really enjoy the hobby. Since I stumbled across it, I've always been into dolls. But I always felt weird for being into dolls, being a male, being black, being gay. It was one of those things I hid for a long time. So when I stumbled upon the community, I was really excited to get into the whole doll hobby. And it felt good for me to not feel like I'm alone and a weirdo.
And how do you stumble into the whole community?
Well, I want to say I stumbled across the Barbie Style page. And from there, I followed Barbie Style for a while. But one day a post came through, so I just went and revisited the page. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I know all of these people aren't kids following this page. So I decided to stroll in the comment section one day and I clicked on a name, and that name, I can't remember if it was Cutie Erica or Dawsing 30 with Janelle. It's one of the two because I started communicating with those two first.
I love both.
And from there, yeah, I went in full head first.
4 years and you're already like hardcore.
Hardcore. Well, I won't say I collected my first group of dolls back in 2000, and I want to say 13. That was when the Barbie Life in the Dream House dolls was out. And they had the articulation. And for a while, I hadn't even paid attention. Before then, I hadn't paid attention to dolls at all, honestly. And I was working at Target, and I remember being on the toy aisle that particular time because I did truck at Target. And I unboxed these dolls, and I was like, oh my God, Barbie, she got articulation, she got rooted lashes. So I seen those dolls and I brought those dolls, but I kept them hid secretly, like for a long time. So I had those dolls, and then it wasn't until 2015, which was my main doll, Danielle, I stumbled across her when I was working. Right. I had changed targets, and then I stumbled upon her, and I also brought her as well. So yeah, I had dolls, but it took that for me to see that for me to come out and be open with my doll collection.
So you wanted to see that other people actually did it, which is how it was for me.
Yes, it brought comfort, in a sense of security, and me not feeling like something was wrong with me, because I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who felt that way. Before you stumble across this community, if you're interested in dolls, especially being a male. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, because even when I was little, I knew about like women collecting like someone's mom or some older lady, or like grown collecting, but you never heard about guys. Well, I never heard about guys doing it.
Me either. Because I know like you said, older women will always do it. Like I remember going over a friend's house and they would have like inbox dolls. It's the whole photographing your dolls, changing your dolls' fashions. That was new for me, but it was neat. And it was so exciting.
And it's funny you mentioned that because you said being a black male and being gay and like all the things is like same, like just being a person of color, and like you're like a minority times two.
Right.
Like damn. But were you allowed to play with them as a kid? Because I wasn't. So like what was your story like?
I wasn't.
Really?
I've always had feminine qualities about me. I guess my people always kind of knew, and I definitely went through the struggles of being who I am when I was younger. But it takes for you to know somebody else struggle to see that you really didn't have it that bad. So I would say I didn't have that bad, but no, nobody condoned me playing with dolls. No. So I definitely hid playing with dolls because I would steal my sister's dolls, which she would mutilate. Like she would cut their hair off, spray paint them, take their bodies up, break their limbs off, and retape them. So she did all kind of stuff to her dolls. But me, being the doll savior, I would always try to steal them and hide them and play with them when nobody's at home or nobody's looking or whatever. But yeah, that was my story.
So you play with your sisters. I did the same thing with my older sisters. That's the best part about having a sister near your age.
Sister. Right. You can steal their dolls. But yeah, that was my story. I wasn't allowed. I went through other avenues of getting me wanting to play with dolls. I don't think it was even more so me wanting to play with dolls because I felt like I was a girl and girls, the whole stigma behind it. It definitely wasn't that. I had an interest in any toy that I could imitate life with, real life with. So my other outlet was animal figurines, like toy figures, like the animals. So I would play with those, and that kind of suppressed the feeling of wanting to, or the urge of wanting to play with dolls.
It's funny you mentioned that because I feel like a lot of my gay friends have like the same story of like stealing a doll at some point. We weren't allowed to play with them.
All right.
So it's like you gotta do what you gotta do to have fun. It's like
you do like
them the doll.
Yeah, because I loved it. I remember I used to make doll rooms, so I've always been into the diorama and making sets. And I would get all our textbooks and just reading books, and I would make little houses and rooms with them, and make beds on the book and all kind of stuff. So I would do that full on, because my sister would let me play with them with her. But girls, when they don't want you to play with something no more, they ready to call mom, so they can kind of tell on you because they don't want you. They're done with you playing. They've had enough of you. Especially when you try to get in and take over and tell them, no, you're not supposed to do this. Let me do this. Let me do this. No, so sometimes I could play with them with her, but for the most part, no.
But how cool that you did like little doll houses with the books and everything.
Yeah.
VHS.
I used to love that. So now I have my own.
You're not for lost time for sure.
I have made up for lost time. Yes, I have. And it's so crazy because I almost want to turn my whole room into a doll room and just have a bed just in the middle of the floor and just sleep, just have my bed and just all doll stuff.
Yeah, that's the dream.
That's how obsessed I am, truly.
Did you ever make a doll house, like a doll room with a shoebox?
Oh yes, I've done everything, like moving boxes. As a matter of fact, when I first joined the hobby, that's what I made my rooms out of, a moving box. I remember going to U-Haul, actually buying a moving box just so I can build my rooms. I brought 2 of them because I was like, they're so big and I can make 2 rooms, creative.
But that's like a cool thing now. Back then, it was like we didn't have money for like the dream house or anything, so we had to make do.
Yeah, you had to make your own stuff. And I remember using construction paper. Of course, it didn't hold. I had to make paper dolls with that. But I just wanted a house. I had to take it. I had to get it out of me some way. I was like, I want a house with actual dolls. So I would make paper dolls, and I would use yarn, and I would glue the yarn on it for hair, and I would make paper houses.
Because you wanted it so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did that too. We couldn't get like the Barbie dream house, so we had like a big box, and we cut a door out and the windows out.
Yeah.
But look at us now, shoot.
Boy, honey, what you talking about?
Is your mom cool with the hobby now? Like your fault?
Oh yeah, she be so amazed. A lot of people that come over, they'll see this and they just be like, oh wow. Oh my God, the lights actually work. These dolls live better than me. These are just some of the things that they say. Right. Oh my God, look at the fashion. Look at this. Oh my God, it's everything. And it's an instant pull out my phone. Let me show my friends and let me show this person or let me record it and put it on my Instagram story because they just can't believe it. Most people are so amazed by this. Like even if I tell them verbally what it is I do and they haven't seen it, when they see it, they get it.
I feel like a lot of people secretly still want to play with dolls. They just don't want to admit it.
Yeah, and I think, and then a lot of people look at you when you explain to them that don't know or don't quite get it, and they just look at you and the person that you are, and they automatically think something wrong with you.
Mm-hmm.
Or they had this idea of a little girl playing with a doll. Like that's what they're thinking. They're automatically thinking that you're talking to your dolls. You're saying, "Let's go to the movies, Kelly," and all that type of stuff. They don't get it. And it's probably some people that do that, and I'm not judging, but
yeah, I'll say that too.
It's like bigger than that. And so, you know, their little narrow minds, they think, oh, this is a little girl toy. That's what they think. And why are you, as a grown man, playing with a little girl toy?
I feel like grown women get looked at as funny.
They do.
Okay, you're a grown woman. What are you collecting? What's wrong with you? But I feel like we get it worse. Like,
yeah, we do get it. We definitely get it worse. If we're, especially around the holiday season, when you got little kids running up and down the island, we're coming there for us. I say for them, 9 times out of 10, they assume that you're shopping for a niece or a child, like your child. They don't really assume that it's for you. But me being who I am, I'm definitely one of those people that like, okay, it is what it is. I don't care. I'm doing it for me. Like when I'm checking out, they be like, oh, you gonna make some little girl happy now. I'm like, no, I'm making myself happy. This is for me. And sometimes I won't say nothing because I just knew it's gonna be questions after that, and I'm gonna have to explain what I mean. And I don't feel like explaining.
That's what I was gonna say. That sometimes you don't feel like talking like about it. So just like, yeah, it's for my niece, just because you don't want to deal with it. And, like,
yeah, because you just don't want to answer like the ton of questions that come along with you saying it's for me. Because it's gonna be a ton of questions. Because
like,
people are very curious.
Where are you from? Like, oh, okay, well, da, 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 da. You don't feel
right.
like you're just like, I'm from Texas.
Yeah, it just be too much.
Yeah, it is. And I was gonna tell you, like, it's really funny how you mentioned that because I was thinking, I always set up, well, with me, I was like, I think that if I had had access to Barbie when I was a little boy, I wouldn't be obsessed with dolls as a grown person. But
yeah,
it's not true. Like,
yeah, I don't think it's true either because, like I said, I don't know because most people think of it as like a curiosity just because it's something that you can't play with that makes you want to play with it. Mm-hmm. But to me, it's just like I don't know, and it's just something special about us gays. We just have a knack to want to dress females. Like that's our name. Like we'll see a real female and be like, girl, that don't work for you. You know, if you do this color hair, where it is, you know, this. I mean, because I dress my friends all the time. I have nothing but girlfriends. So I'm like, oh, girl, that don't work. I got you. Well, I'll put this together for you.
Yeah, for sure. And I don't know if you know one of my best friends, Reese Belez, on Instagram. I don't know if you follow her.
Yeah, I do.
Because I was thinking about her and I was like, I talked to her at some point and I was like, girl, did you have any dolls as a young girl? Like why are you buying so many? And she's like, yeah, I had tons. I had play sets. I had like this and that. I was like, okay, so it's not a thing about like being obsessed with something that you didn't have during your childhood. Like, that might be part of it, but I think that at the end, if you like it, you like it.
Right. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I love dolls though. I mean, I think I love them way too much because they take a lot of my money, to be honest. I'm trying to get like you, Sal. I'm trying to find something in the hobby so I can make money off of my hobby.
Well, I'm gonna tell everyone that you do like bedding sets that you sell. So
yes, I do. And I currently got a few already made, but I keep on, every time I go to Walmart, I keep on forgetting to get foam for the actual bed. Because this time I want to sell a few beds with the bedding. Because I know a lot of people don't be having beds. So it's just to give everybody the option. If they want to buy one, they can get a whole bed.
I always look at them and I'm drooling and I'm like, okay, you need to calm down because you don't have space for any furniture. Like, look at my every like single spot. And I was telling the same thing to Jason, who does the illustrations. I was like, holy shoot, I wish I had more space because then I'd be buying furniture. I'd be buying.
I know, it's so upset. Like, I want another shelf. And I think Atlanta Doll Collector, I am not what think, like, I just don't know who come over my house, but she came over my house and she actually seen the shelf. She was like, oh my God, it's bigger than what it looks like on pictures because it's really deep. It's like 47 inches long and it's like 24 inches in depth. Mm-hmm. So it's big. It's a nice size shelf, but I want 2 of them. Like, I want to go on this wall completely, like it's a wall on the side of me. You can't really see it, but I want 2 of them on this side, on this wall, because, you know, I have some for my birthday, but I definitely want diodes for my integrity dolls as well.
Yeah, so for you guys watching, if you wanted some bedding, definitely hit Lee because he makes really cute one and it's really well made. Like I said, I would have more if I had space.
Right. Trust
But
me, I get it. I don't have space either.
yeah,
My space is done. I feel like I need to go through some stuff and do a little purging, especially through some of my Barbies. And since these looks dolls came out, yeah, I need to get rid of some stuff. I have a lot of stuff.
oh yeah, a clone with those dolls too. I saw the website and I was like, oh, you can get the bundle just for $100. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna get them. And I was like, girl, where are you gonna put them? Like, you need to calm down.
Mind you, I ordered one of the Caucasian Kens, and I have the Asian girl, and I got 2 curvies, and I got the Latina. But I went on a site and I ordered the gift set, and I ordered 2 more dolls because I want to collect them all. Like they come out for the first time. I want to collect the doll and keep it in box. This is for the first time. Y'all are hearing this first. Normally, I do not buy dolls with the intent to keep them in a box. That's just not my thing. But for the first time, I think I want to collect all of them that come out. So I just brought the other 2 to, open, and because I have to open my door. I have to experience all that they bring. So yeah.
Well, they finally made a black candle that's like a dark skin tone, and we've been asking for one for how long?
I know people finally got that. I was hoping that I was going to get his skin tone made to move, but it did not happen. So I'm still waiting because I really need him to be made to move since he is like one of my main characters.
Well, that's what I was telling Reese, and I'm sure you're gonna agree with me. I was like, Reese, we finally get the made to move like collector dolls for a really good price or really like decent quality. Why did they not
face mode?
Why didn't they make enough? Like,
right.
You finally listen to the collectors and you don't make enough of them.
Right.
I was like,
but they have great quality pieces. I'm excited about them. I wasn't mad that I didn't get this doll or that doll first. I say, hey, the more we buy, the better chance we get at getting the second line and the third line and third wave. And the next wave. So kudos to Barbie for stepping it up a little bit.
Yeah,
because it's just better. Like we don't have to buy a fashionista now, along with a made to move body. So you save money rather than spending all your money.
And the hits are normal.
Right. So I'm grateful. I'm happy. I'll be patient.
I'll try to make room for them later.
Right. I will too. Trust me, I'll just sit them in a box somewhere. They'll just sit out for a minute and then I'll figure it out down the line.
So I have to tell you guys, Lee's like super talented with the dioramas, with the bedding, with the styling. He's actually a huge supporter of my work. He's one he's one of the few people. I think only you and Reese have gotten my wedding dresses.
Yes, and I have had that wedding dress for a while now.
I was like, when are you gonna post it?
I'm trying to put it to use. I am. Like, I have plans to put it to use in October. That's what I'm shooting for. Like, who doll in the doll community have a 3-year engagement?
I'm gonna start looking at him funny, like, boy, what you doing?
Well, I figure I'm not getting married in real life, so at least I can make my dolls the wedding of their dream, the wedding of my dream. Let me rephrase that.
I'm about to do thing, but I think it's easier to work with. Well, I don't do commissions anymore, but like I think it's easy to do it with people like you because you let people do what they want and you let them know.
Oh yeah, I'm not picky. I'm not. Like I can have a vision, but I'm open to like any changes. Like I am. I tell everybody though, I'm not hard to work with. I'm not picky at all. I was just like, I have an idea. If you can execute it, fine. But if you have to make tweaks,
yeah.
Lord, I can't talk, to the idea and for you to achieve what I'm thinking of or similar to what I'm thinking of, that's fine. Like, I'm just not one of those, no, I want this and I want it like this and I want it. Oh, there's nothing at all. That's not my attitude at all. Really? Whatever you can do,
too.
I can take it.
We appreciate it because it's usually such a pain in the booty. Like,
well, I come from that world. So, because, I make wigs for actual people and, I service people. So I know how annoying it could be to actually, get somebody to commission work from you and they be extra picky about everything. And you just like, well, it sounds like you can do this yourself. So if you can do it yourself, why do you need me? Especially when people tell you how to work and you're just like, okay.
Yeah, and I was gonna get to that later, but Lee is actually really good at doing uh, human women hair. He makes really cool wigs. I don't know if you have your wig account linked on your doll account. Do you?
I don't have my personal account linked on my profile. No, I don't.
But I've seen it. He's like amazing at doing wigs. So like a lot of people don't know that. So I wanted to tell them like, and I feel like that kind of like manifests into the doll hobby. If you're
Right.
doing human hair, you're good at doing doll hair.
Oh, I don't feel that way though.
You don't?
I suck at doing doll hair. You know, I would like to be as advanced as certain people in the community that I've seen who know how to achieve waves and, you know, just certain things. And I don't know how to do that. I suck at that. I've tried, and one time I was successful, but it takes so much time and it's working on scale. And then you have to think I'm coming from human hair to working with a fiber hair for dolls. So it's like completely different. It's not like I can use heating tools. Like it would be easy then. But because I have to kind of find ways and ball, wash, and it's just, it's a headache.
It is. And I know how to do it because I've been doing it forever, but I hate doing it.
Yeah, it's because it's tedious. And I understand why a lot of people charge what they charge for like commission like hair, and it's tedious. It's tedious.
But I'm glad that you understand that. Like you know the worth of like
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it'll take for somebody to try it to understand why people charge what they charge. They're just like dog food. Like I recently just brought everything that they say you need from Amazon. Like literally it came today so I could try to make my own dog food because the pricing for dog food is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I won't know why it's priced like that until I try.
I saw your.
So I was like, let me try.
Yeah, I saw your.
And I feel like I could do it. It's the time because I know it's a lot of time. It's just like I know it's gonna be a lot of time, but I'm excited to do it. You know, I come from a background of, you know, being an artist and drawing and painting and all that type of stuff. So I'm not really scared to do it. It's just that, yeah, it's easier to just buy stuff.
That'd be the dream. But even then it'd be like there comes like a point like even with money you can't keep up with the demand of like what
you can't, especially like, okay, since entering integrity. So I started collecting. I brought my first integrity doll actually from you. Remember I brought you Tobias? He was bald head.
Oh yeah, the supermodel one.
Yeah, but I didn't keep him long because I was like, because what I had told myself back then, I was like, I'm never gonna buy integrity. You know, when you're new, you trying to fathom, you can't even fathom spending your money, spending $50 for a doll because you're so used to seeing like the retail prices in the stores. So my first year, I was happy with buying fashion packs. Well, I say the first few months because I had then moved on to that. People had put me on the Etsy because, you know, people in the community was very helpful. They'll let you know, I feel like we're a community of enablers.
Yeah, we are.
We will let each other know where we brought things from so we can all be broke together. So, you know, I was like, okay, I want to buy fashion packs. I want to buy this. They had put me on Etsy, so I knew they sold furniture and all kind of doll things on Etsy. So Etsy's still my best friend. I'll tell you that now. But yeah, I mean, you slowly work up, you know, being okay with spending certain amounts of money on certain things, especially when you want a certain look and you have a certain aesthetic that you want to kind of aim for. So I quickly became comfortable with spending money. I think the first purchase was the Texas A&M Ken AA. He was the first daughter I purchased that I paid over $100 for.
Wow.
And my excuse was, it's my birthday, so I deserve it.
Treat yourself, yeah.
So that's what I told myself. And then I was like, oh, it ain't that bad. But it still took me a long time. And then in 2019, I think I just beat the, you know, something about it. I was just craving integrity. Then I was like, oh my God, I didn't join the club. So I done missed out on all these, like the Tantric Lucas and all that. And those are those that I wanted when I seen people like circulating the pictures around the community. I was like, I want one. And then, you know, hearing that you had to be a part of a club and this and that. So I think like towards the end of 2009, because it was the summer, I don't know, I just I said, bump it. Let's try it. So I went on eBay and I had a field day. I brought 1 doll, 2 dolls, 3 dolls. I was on a hunt for Bellamy Blue from the industry line, you know, with the blonde hair. Ended up finding him, new in the box. I paid almost $300. I think $300 for him, because you know I'm buying secondhand dolls. So you know I was spending money. So I was like, yeah. When the club opened back up, I'm definitely joining. So last year was my first full year of being a part of the Integrity Group, just the W Club. And I had a good little time last year. I can't say the same about this year, but the first year, it was okay.
Well, it's really funny you say that, because I remember when you were dipping your toes, you would get like a male doll, and then you would sell them really cheap, and I was like,
I would. I would be like, I don't want him.
I'd be like pissed because I would miss some of your self posts. I'd be like,
right, I do that because like even when I purchased the Love is Love set, when it was on that actual site and you could just buy, you know, because I guess they had a lot left over in stock. I guess that many people didn't want the set. And I remember buying them and it was on sale. I think I paid $150 for the whole set. Because I remember it was on sale. Yeah, I paid $150 and I brought them. My excuse for buying them was it was a Christmas gift. It was around Christmas time. So, and I actually even wrapped them up and put them up under my tree and did not open them to Christmas. But I ended up selling both of those dolls for $100 together. I did.
Your first profit.
Huh?
You made your first profit.
Yeah, I did, because I only paid $150 and I kept the clothes. So I didn't really lose anything.
And the candles were like, that's what's up.
Right. And somebody brought them. They were happy to have them. So yeah, I never really sell my dolls too high though. I don't. Not if I don't pay, because if I 9 times out of 10, if I pay a lot for them, I'm not going to sell them because I really wanted them. That's what made me pay the price that I paid for them. So I don't plan on selling, you know, the ones that I paid hundreds and hundreds of dollars for. That's why I brought them, because I really wanted them, and I still feel that way. I really want them, so they're not going anywhere.
And it's definitely different when you buy it when you sell it to a close friend that you know is going to keep them and enjoy them, or at least try to.
Right.
As opposed to like selling it to some random person and seeing it like flipped like a month later.
Right.
Like,
mutilated because they done popped the head off and put it on a kid, try to put it on a Ken body or something. You like, if all you wanted was the head, I could have kept my body for backup. So yeah, but I do love IT dolls though. I do. I feel like they're so fierce. They're fun to dress. I don't necessarily look at them and want to do like storylines or just, you know, that everyday neighborly type of photos with. I just always want to dress them fashion, have them pose, like just that's all I see for them really.
And you know what I've noticed too, ever since you started like collecting and redressing Integrity dolls, I feel like your fashion sense stepped up a lot.
Oh yeah, because it's different from me with them and Barbie though.
Yeah.
Like I like to do comfortable, cute. You know, every now and then I kind of like put my Barbies on something that makes me like, ooh. But for them, it's completely different. Like, it's like, I want sexy, I want Fashion Nova, I want like Miami Beach. You know, I just want nice things to dress them in. So it's kind of different. Because, you know, I kind of do like, home girlfriend, let's hang out today with my Barbies. And with them, I kind of want to do, yes, I'm that bitch with my IT dolls. That's what I want. That's what I wanted to feel like.
Yeah, and I know, because I love how you dress your Barbies. But like when I started seeing your pictures on the feed with the Integrity dolls, I was like, damn, who's this? And then your name was like, he's collecting Integrity now?
Yes. And you know, it's crazy because I had a lot of them since 2019, but I didn't have clothes, because that was another thing that I had to wrap my head around was, okay, their clothes are kind of pricey. So it's either oh, how do I do this? So it took me a long time to plunge. Like, I just started doing like the clothes this year, honestly. Like, I just got comfortable with buying their clothes because I already know I'm going to spend a good grip and I'm not going to get that much. So that's my whole thing. Like with Rim Dolls on Etsy, I just spent like $160 something and I got 3 outfits.
Yeah, that's the going rate.
Yeah, so the going rate for IT clothes, like I feel like you're lucky if you can find a complete outfit for $50. To be honest.
It's true.
Do you
But
hear my notifications?
no.
Oh, good. Like I'm like, oh, please don't let that be in the video because I put my
No,
phone on. Do
it'll be
not.
really funny if it's always that guy that's like stalking you through text. Like when you're doing your lives and we're watching.
Right.
Yeah, but we're not gonna get into that. So anyway, no, because like I honestly think that it's like such a good idea to build a relationship with someone who sells clothes because it's hard to.
It definitely is a good idea, but the thing is, I'm so lovable and caring that I'll find somebody who's not getting that much business, and then I'll post them and I'll tag them, and then now they're getting swarmed with people,
Mhm.
and now they're getting orders, and yeah, they start to switch up on you a little bit.
Life of the influencer.
Huh?
The life of the influencer.
Right. So, and I don't even aim to be a dog influencer. I mean, I don't try to wear that title. I still don't claim that title, but because I do it out of pure joy, and that I just love to do it.
Right.
So and if I like what you do, I'm gonna help you. Like I'm gonna get you more business because I feel like everybody deserves to know who you are. But I'm gonna start being stingy because I want you to myself, and everyone knows I like to dress my dogs, and I love dog clothes. I love dog clothes more than I love the dog. so so it's like I don't want to collect a whole bunch of bodies and don't have fashions for them. So I need people to make me clothes. So it's like when everybody tell you they book or they're not doing commissions no more, it's just like that. I feel like that's the next thing I'm gonna have to learn how to do is dog clothes.
Help you get started, but I wanted to say that it's really cool that you like value how much people put into their clothes making
Oh
and
yes, I love it.
it's really
I absolutely love it, and I try to support everybody I can. Like I have brought clothes from some of everybody who make clothes that I feel like is quality. No shade, but shade. Because I have a lot of clothes that haven't even been touched. Honestly, I have so many clothes. I'm so obsessed with buying dog clothes. I do not know why. I'm not even obsessed with buying myself clothes. That's the sad part. And it's so crazy because I can see a shirt for me for $75, and I'm like, but I could buy my dogs for $75.
but you sleep better at night knowing that the clothes are in your house, right?
Right. And so that's just what I don't know. I feel like this hobby has really taken over my life. It caused me to think about every piece of money that I spend, and then it's so crazy because when it comes down to myself, I'm like, I want to shop on Etsy while I lay in the bed tonight before I fall asleep. I want to look on eBay for this. Like that's really my mentality.
No, mine
But I'm
too.
trying to get it together.
I feel like for a lot of us.
Yeah, it is. But I'm gonna get a grip. I'm gonna get a grip on it soon.
Well, you definitely have a lot of like one of a kind pieces and like lots of stuff that a lot of people don't have.
Yeah, I do. I do have a lot of things, and it's so crazy because I'm so greedy because I see other things that people have that's one of a kind. I'm like, I want that too. Why can't I have that? That'll be me like, why didn't I get that? I missed it again. Anytime somebody have a sale, I'm like, I missed it again.
They make it
Like
really hard to get clothes from.
your collections when they first started dropping, I would miss them all the time. I could never. I was like, my notifications, they not working. Because I think my notifications for you been on. They have been on. They have never been turned off since they have been on. So even if you just post a regular post, I'm like, ooh, which side posting? Ooh, which side posting? Let me hurry up and click on it because he might be selling something.
Just so you
So
know,
I have to know.
Friday at 2 p.m. we're gonna have a
Oh
reset.
yeah, I seen that. I'm already ahead of it. I seen that when you first posted it. I don't even think you had a comment yet.
Yeah, but it took a while to get there. Like at the beginning, like a lot of people didn't even notice the sales. Like it wasn't like that all. Like when I started, it took a
Yeah.
while for me to get to
Yeah.
be known.
Because
Like
I've been following you for a while. I think I started following you within my first year. I had to.
yeah,
Yeah, I did because I brought that dog from you within my first year of being in the hobby. So I think I've been following you since I've been here.
it's been a while.
Yeah. 2017 is when I joined.
That's why you get those one of a kind perks. No, but for real, like when someone's like, "Can you make me this dress?" and they send me a picture of a celebrity, I'm like, no.
Right. You know, I don't try to do that. I don't think I ever sent you a picture. I give you an idea, but I don't really try to do that because I know a lot of people, especially when you try to compare what humans have on opposed to what a dog can, what you can actually do for a dog, because you have to kind of be practical. Everything that we wear, it's in a bigger scale, so it's easier to achieve. Like when you think about dolls, though, like first of all, they're smaller, they're plastic. Like my ideas when I come at people are pretty much achievable. I do sometimes send pictures though to certain people, and I'm like, if you could do it, let me know. If you can't, that's fine. It's just an idea. I'm just letting you know I'm interested in this design. So if you can get it for me, I'm okay with it. But if you can't, I'm also okay with it too.
But you're understanding. I think that's the biggest thing. It's like child. It's like you can't duplicate human clothes to dog clothes like that. So
yeah, you can't. I mean, and I do get it. A lot of people are not understanding, and you know, as of lately, especially with a lot of the newer people who've only been in the community for a small amount, you know, it's a problem with everything. And it's just like, I don't know, when I first joined, it wasn't as problematic as it is now. And like, it's a debate about everything. It's a problem with everything. And it's just like, it's kind of irritating. I ain't gonna lie. It kind of make, you know, a lot of people who used to be excited about doing commissions and doing certain things, a lot of you guys have backed away from doing those things. And I kind of get it. I completely understand why. And so when they see you guys doing certain things for certain people, they feel offended. But it's always somebody who's been in your life and who's used to getting things from you as well. So you can't get mad because people have certain relationships, because they have their relationships with people too. So it's not like, oh, they're acting funny or they're doing, it's that y'all, you just don't understand them. You haven't taken the time out to get to know that person. You just feel like, okay, they do this. So if I want this, they should be willing to do it for me too, if they doing it for this person too. And I feel like it's wrong for people to come in and have an attitude with certain people for having relationships or being close with certain people in the community. That's what we do. We build relationships. That's every day. That's outside of this community. That's within this community. You build a certain relationship with people, and they're willing to do things because they're used to you. They've worked with you. They know how you are. You know their attitude. They know your attitude. So it's just like, it's communication. That's the key. And a lot of people don't communicate. They just automatically think because you offer a service, you're supposed to do it for them. No questions asked. And that's not how it works. And people can't really be mad about that either.
well,
but
it's because you're really smart, and you know that's how it works. No, I used to get harassed so much with the reroutes with people that had never even done one. They'd be like, I think this could be better if you did it like this next time. And I was like, you don't even make them. Or like people rushing me, asking me for pictures every single day, or like every day. And like reroutes, if you can find a good reroute artist, never let them go. Because like rerouting is like the most underpaid thing that you can do. Like it takes so long, and people don't want to pay that much because there's always like I feel like there's always newer people coming and charging less, and it's just really deteriorating the rates.
Oh yeah, because it is, because the one who do my Barbie, they're pretty affordable. They are way affordable than anybody else who I've asked. And I'm not gonna lie, like come in, like if I can get this done for way cheaper, then why would I come to you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like you can't really fault me for that, but you have some people, and then what makes it even worse is that I get charged a cheaper price, and they knot the hair. They don't even glue it. They knot it. So that's even like better than glue. And then you have people trying to charge you $100, and all they're doing is plucking. You feel like all they're doing is just plucking hair in the head and putting glue in it. And I'm gonna pay you this when I got somebody charging me this, and they're putting knots in it. So I completely understand what you're saying. So yeah, I mean, when a lot of people do stuff and you have people that kind of work for pennies per se, it does turn you off. It's like, because I know how hard my work do it. And then integrity is completely different. You know, I'm getting Barbie, so, you know, them soft heads. And, you know, I am accommodating. I will pluck it and clean it out, all the hair out before I send it off. I'm not one of those people like, yeah, just do the whole thing, whatever.
But at least you have that understanding that, you know, like, okay, I'm going to pay this dude, like, I'm not going to pay this dude like $100 for the reroute because I can pay this other person $60. But you're not going to go at it with them and be like, okay, well, this person is charging me 60. Can you do it for 60?
Oh, no, I never, that's my whole thing. That's been my whole thing. I never try to question people about their prices. I don't do that. I don't. And I feel like I have even been accused of doing that when I know I didn't. I just remember you charged me one rate and now you have a mysteriously went up. And I do understand that the popular you get, you can start to charge more for your work. But just don't hit me with a completely different price from the last time that I just recently brought from you. And now it's like X amount of dollars way higher. So I'm like, when this happened? Especially when I've been shopping with you, I'm like, let me know, give me a heads up. So, yeah, I mean, everything is just, I don't know. I feel like anything dog related, though, it takes time. It's a lot of time. And I know a lot of people feel like, oh, it's so simple. It ain't nothing but a dog. But you'll be amazed how much time somebody can spend on making one pair of dog jeans.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of time. Like, one bedding set for me is probably I have to iron the fabric. I have to cut it out, stitch it, stuff it, seal it up. Like that, yeah, it's like hours.
I can't. I don't do my own
just to iron out a fabric like it. What you saying?
No, I was gonna say I don't even do my own rewrites anymore.
Yeah, I know. I remember you saying that though. That you don't do your own. That's why I don't think Cutie Erica doing either.
No, she's like, I'm done with this too.
Yeah, I think she stopped too.
Like every once in a while, but I sent to another one of my best friends. I'm like, you do it. He does it perfect. The parts are perfect. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, because I have 2 IT dolls that I want to get rerouted eventually, hopefully. I'll ask you for recommendations.
I got you. I can tell you go to.
Yeah.
In America and I sent mine to Spain, but
you sent yours to Spain?
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like money. That sounds like money.
I was trying to laugh cute and I'm like,
It happens.
No, I have like artist friends that you can get stuff from America, Mexico, Spain. And they're all good, but like I said, like once you find the one that you feel comfortable with,
you global, you international.
Yeah. Once you find the one, then you just like stick with them. But like I was saying, like it's like once you find someone that you feel really comfortable with, like with commissions and stuff, like don't let them go, treat them well, send them flowers, buy them chicken. I don't know.
You know, I do. A lot of people who do commissions to me and they'll send me like an invoice and I cancel out the invoice and send them what they ask them for plus $5 more. And, you know, I also try to tip people as much as possible. Like that's my thing. Sometimes I am broke. You know, there's a lot of times because, okay, so this is what I want to talk about really, really quick. So I have this thing to when I ask someone who's a creator within the dog community, like where this commission clothes or furniture or anything, sometimes because I don't want to come off difficult, sometimes I would go ahead and pay for things that I really don't want anymore.
Oh, okay.
Like, and I do that all the time. Like if I commission for someone to do something for me and I really don't like it, when it's done, I'll still pay for it because I just don't want to seem like be that person. Like, yeah, they get commissions and they don't like it. They don't like to pay for it. And so I find myself doing that a lot. I just be like, okay, thank you. I like it. It's great. And then I'll get it and I'll never use it ever.
No, and trust me, we'll cancel you if you pull that on us. We'll cancel you from
I
doing.
know, trust me, because I know I'm an entrepreneur myself. So what I do,
With
so
your weak clients.
huh?
You that with your weak clients?
Do I do that with my wig clients? No, I'm saying because I am then that person who they're commissioning something, but luckily nobody never dislikes their stuff from me. And they actually do like it, so they get it. But I don't know. They could feel like how I just said I do and just buy it anyway because they don't want to come off like that person who don't like to pay. I don't know. I don't know. But that's what I do. I do that a lot. I just like, I'll take it. I don't want it. I don't like I was done, but I'll take it.
Oh, good. You're be a man of your word, and I think that's so important because, like I told you, I've definitely canceled people from ordering in the future from me, if
Right.
because there's a lot of people that would like to buy something, but like
right, and you feel like you waste your time doing that, and they're saying they don't want it.
Yeah, or they just like blow you off till they feel like paying for it, and I'm like,
wow, yeah.
That's why I tell everyone, and that's something that I have to start doing myself. Like, you need to charge up front or like charge a down payment with people you haven't worked with because
right.
It's just not worth the headache.
And I honestly don't like that, especially when I feel like you're not sending invoices and you're asking for someone to send stuff, friends and family. I don't like to pay people first like that. Like, I really, really don't. So that's also another reason why I hold up a good rapport with people when it comes to making stuff with me, because I don't want them to feel like, okay, I spent X, Y, and Z amounts of time into doing this, and all of a sudden I'm done, and you don't want to pay, and now you're avoiding me, or you basically stood me up. So that's another reason why I pay too, because I don't want nobody to ever feel like I won't pay them after they done the work, like I won't, because I will pay. I pay everybody, but I've had incidents where I pay people, and yeah, they have taken their sweet precious time.
Oh, that piss me off too. Trust me.
Yeah, because it's like, now you got your money, but I still don't have my product. So, I mean, you're not losing nothing.
That's why you need to do your research, I think.
We did.
And
I
then,
know I've been every now and then. Everybody know I don't mind dropping names. I don't mind calling people out. First of all, if I could say it online or in the store, I could say it to your face. I'm not scary. Just so you know. At all. I'm not scary at all. And I don't say those things to intimidate people, make people feel like I'm problematic, because I definitely don't feel like I'm problematic. I definitely hold a lot of things in. I definitely don't want to bring that energy to this community. Like I said, when I joined in 2017, it was such a fun, loving, like uplifting community. And I feel like the best part about this is it connects you with people that you probably wouldn't speak to or talk to.
Oh yeah, big.
If you were just passing them on the street. And I feel like that overall makes me really love it. Like, who knew I was going to be able to consider so many people from so many different backgrounds, friends and acquaintances, and we can talk about stuff like I mean, I feel like there's no other place in the world, not even on a dating site, that makes you, communicate with people. I feel like dolls have brought so many people from different age groups, just everything. Like, and I feel like that's the most amazing part. And I feel like that's the biggest thing that makes me just love being here in this space. Because I have so many different people who I just call, friends or acquaintances. And it's the best feeling ever in the world. I met a lot of great people. Like you said, back in 2020, though, because I don't feel like the years prior to that was an issue for a lot of people. And I'm not saying that it was perfect, because it definitely wasn't perfect. And I definitely had my spats, but it wasn't like as intense as it is now, as you see it now. It's like super intense now. Every time you turn around, somebody got a problem with somebody. Like, every time.
I feel
like almost every day.
The color started coming out last year.
Yeah. And I feel like it could be a little bit like high school. And it's like, we all adults here. Let's act like it. Thank you.
When I started, I was a teenager, and I had like grown men in their 30s bullying me, saying I had sugar daddies, like all this mess. And I had it was really stupid. It was like, dude, I have like 2 jobs, and I'm like here like saving up my money to get like a doll, and you're like hating me and telling people that I have a sugar. was like, okay, well, at least I can get one if that's what you think. But it's
Right.
like all the rumors, all the gossip, all the drama. It's like, why?
Yeah, it's crazy, but I done been in my little space with people. I have, but I don't do the whole story thing. Like I'm not gonna. I don't feel like I want to do all that. I rather address you personally in your DM.
That's what a grown person does, and
Yeah,
I learned
yeah.
because I used to be I'd be the queen of like subliminal messages. Like, isn't it funny how people don't like,
That's subliminal. Because sometimes you want to do it because you really try not to start anything, but you feel like you need to get it off your chest, and then you just don't want I guess the one-on-one confrontation with someone because you don't know what their reaction gonna be, and we in a world age of screenshotting. Everybody got a screenshot. It's screenshot. Yeah. That's why when I cuss you out, I do the voice memo. I'd rather you hear my frustration. You don't have to read it. I'll let you listen. That's my thing.
That's one of the perks. And it's like that meme says, like, if you have a problem with me, call me. If you can't because you're not my number, then you don't really know me. Like,
right. And hey, if it ever gets to that point to where somebody want to call me, DM in a face to face, I'll take it. I sure will. One thing about me, I'll argue you down. Let's get it all out. We don't have to put everybody in our business. If we having a disagreement, let me and you talk about that disagreement and move on. Either we gonna be what we gonna be, or we just gonna end our communication. That's fine with me too.
I think it's the Atlanta honesty, like, because like us Southerners are known for like being very fake, like really sweet to your face and really fake behind your back. But I feel like in Atlanta, like everyone's honest with you. They'll be like,
yeah, and I've always had that though. I've always been bad. I'll say I was not a bad child, but my mouth was definitely horrible. I definitely got a lot of ass whippings from my mouth.
Mine too.
It was always my mouth. Nobody liked my mouth. My mouth. My mouth has got me in so much trouble. It's not even funny. Because sometimes it come out like vomit. I can't help it. But I've worked on it a lot since I've been an adult though. Like I really hold back a lot. But younger, yeah, my mouth would get me in trouble.
Yeah, but the important thing is that we're all mature now, and
yeah, it's called growth.
Well, I'm not growing anymore, but you'll see when I'm in town. It's really funny because like before we met, I used to go to Atlanta all the time, and now that the pandemic started, it's like, okay, damn.
Oh, you used to come here a lot?
Yeah, because my aunt lives there.
Oh, wow. Well, you are just a hop and a skip away from me. You're not that far.
Oh, no. She's in I don't know what the town is called. It's towards the north part.
Yeah. What, Alpharetta, Dorville.
What else is around?
Cartersville, Duluth, Lawrenceville.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think.
Probably Lawrenceville.
But it's like the Atlanta suburb, so we used to go there all the time, and it's really funny. It's like, okay, you finally made friends in Atlanta.
Because I think it's like Cobb County, Smyrna. Yeah, it's like different areas.
Yeah, it's
Cartersville. Yeah.
But that's so annoying. Like you finally make friends, and you're like, oh, okay, well, pandemic time.
Yeah, it's crazy because I was so excited. I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to the convention." Like my whole thing was like, "I'm going to experience a convention." The only thing that scared me about convention, the amount of money that it takes to attend a convention. And Sal, I ain't gonna even lie. Like every time you had a sale, I was like, "Sal got a motherfucking talent." I'm sorry for cussing on your. I don't know if you're allowed that, but I was like. But I was like, Sal can really just drop a collection and pay for his whole ticket. Like I'm like, oh my God, it's so smart. I gotta find a way to make something to make profit so I can go to conventions. So I was like, I gotta learn how to make stuff. Because I need to be able to pay for my stuff. I need my situation to pay for itself. So I can attend convention. Because I know if you have to like go in person, I was like, yeah, that's money. Like the ticket is $5 something. You need to pay for your hotel. You need to pay for your travel. And I remember watching a video because that's when I was so into convention. I watched your video.
Oh, thank you.
I think I watched your video and I watched Toy Chat video. And they was just like, yeah, because the food nasty, so you might want to have money so you can bring. I was like, oh Lord.
So it's like a lot of sacrifices. That's why whenever someone pulls it, oh my God, he must have a sugar daddy like gossip or whatever. I'm like, I don't
I
even
never
like
thought
to
that.
hug. I don't even like to hug people that I don't like. What makes you think? You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
I just be
if you
like, I used to be
that
like,
power to you, it's just not for me.
right. I just be like, okay, he sold it, he sold it, he sold it. He had two of them. I was like I be on the phone with me and my other friend. And this is by all means, I know it might sound techy. I don't care. Leave it in the comment section if y'all don't like it. But I be like, oh, I'm gonna count up all this he sold. I'm like, boy, he done made money. I was like, I need to learn how to make clothes. Oh my God. I'm like, I need to learn how to make clothes. Cause he can really like just drop collections and that can really like all year long and that can really pay for his whole trip. Like people that do stuff and make stuff, not even just you, like people who sell anything within this community and they have like Etsy shops and all that type of stuff. But I love how you do it because you get to keep all your profit. Because you know what, those shops, those sites that you sell on, they be wanting so much of your money, such a big percentage out of your money. And it's like, what y'all do? Y'all make my stuff. So why should I give y'all most of my money?
Richer and richer.
And so I was like, So that's why even when I made my bed and stuff, I learned from you.
I remember.
So I was like, I'm not gonna sell my stuff. I'm not making no site. We gonna sell it all on Instagram so I can keep all my coins. Cause anything I've sold, I've never like played with people. People always got tracking. I always let them know when they're gonna receive. I always give them the option to add signature or insurance on their stuff just in case, it don't come and get lost in the mail. I give them every option available. So I'm really good with that too as well. So like I know people wouldn't be scared to buy from me, just selling off Instagram because so many people have brought things for me, especially people have actually followed me from me selling stuff because the community is just so great and people just love to help each other out when people are selling and give you that promotion in their stories. Right. So and it just pluses all around the board.
Yeah.
You did a lot with the wrong person because I can talk and talk and talk. I got a motor mouth.
No, I'm like at times like we're unfortunately close to our finishing time because Instagram's really like annoying and they only let you do like 1 hour.
Oh yeah, I know.
But it's been a pleasure having you, Lee. Thank you so much for doing it.
Thank you for asking me. I was completely honored. I was like, oh, I must be somebody. Say I want to do an interview with me.
Season 1. And that's why I mentioned you on the live and you're like, you did? I was like, yeah. But yeah,
I did not.
It's the comments when a lot of people are commenting, especially on your lives, because a lot of people are like on yours. It's really easy to like have the comment loss and
yeah, I ain't see it. That's why she was like, why won't you do a live with me? I said, you ain't telling me that. An interview with me. And I was like, I did not get that.
And then you're like, heard, and you're like, okay, well, maybe he don't want to do it. But it's like, he didn't even know.
No, I didn't know. So I'm glad you said something because you would have been hell on that. Like, oh, that's funny with me. Of course. Like, when you asked me that, I'm like, of course, I'll do a live.
Here, I heard you haven't messaged me about it, and you're like, maybe offended. I was like, why hasn't he asked me?
That's how I do a lot of people because I was like, I ain't gonna ask him. I was like, he'll come to me when he come to me. If he want me to do an interview with me, oh well, I'll do one. But if you don't ask, I'm not asking. It's a little thirsty.
But thank you so much for doing it, and again, thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. It's 10 o'clock. We've been well over an hour.
We'll figure it out later. But thank you so much, and I'll talk to you later.
Bye. Thank you. Bye. Bye, everybody.